Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Trinity. For those of you that are just joining us, and if you're just joining us, please do make it your last time. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on post notification so you can get notifications of when next a new video drops. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up at the end of the video. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with us simple hygienic tips that work for me. We all know that the saying that goes, cleanliness is next to godliness, and you cannot achieve cleanliness without practicing simple hygienic tips. This is a disclaimer. This is the part where I put out disclaimer, and I did not read anything concerning hygiene in school. I'm not a medical practitioner. I did not do anything in school that had to do with maybe I don't know, hygiene and stuff. No, these are simple, basic, life-saving hygienic tips that I use that work for me, and I just want to share them. And also, this video is not saying that if you don't use these hygienic tips, then you're not hygienic. That's a lie. There are other amazing hygienic tips that other people use and it works for them, so I just want to share mine. Moving on, let's first of all start with a popular misconception about hygiene. And the misconception goes like this: people feel like if you don't have a lot of stuffs, if you don't have stuffs in badges, if you don't have up to 3 to 10 pairs of a particular stuff, then you cannot be hygienic. That's a lie. That's a lie, really. That's a big lie, because you can have 2 pairs of dresses or 2 pairs of jeans or 2 pairs of shirts and still be more hygienic than someone who has a dozen, than someone who buys shirts every single day. Or you can still be more hygienic than someone who bulk buys these things. I've seen situations of people who have a lot of clothes, but by the time they just take it out, they just dump it in the wardrobe. They don't wash it. Some of them even forget that they have stuff like that. By the time you go into their wardrobe and you're like, oh my god, what's this, why this, why that? So this popular, I'm here to abolish that misconception. If you have that kind of thinking, dead that idea. You can be very hygienic with 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of dresses, a single wig. You can be very hygienic. Tip number 1, please learn to air dry your properties. When I mean air dry, I mean sun dry. I should have said sun dry. Learn to sun dry some of your properties. When I mean properties, let me mention the few. I might have skipped some, or I may skip some, but these are the few that I remember. Your bed, I mean the mattress, the foam, your pillowcases, your shoes, your wigs, your shirts that you don't want to wash, dry them outside under the sun. Your yeah, that's about it. Your furnitures, please try as much as possible to take them out under the sun once in a while to sun dry or air dry them. I'll tell you why. Because most of the time, let me use our shoes as an example. Now, you're someone that likes to wear cover front when it comes to the guys, or when it comes to ladies. Even if you're wearing the socks, you take these long walks, or you walk around from corner to corner if you're working, or you know that you're not wearing your shoes to sit in one place. You're going from spot A to spot B to spot Z. Yes, you're supposed to walk around in your shoes. Now, for some people, they sweat a lot in their feet. Even if you don't sweat on your feet, you sweat in your body, and like it or not, so those sweat drip down to your feet and then they get soaked in your shoes. Now you come back and then you just throw back your shoes on your shoe rack. I'm like, yeah. Or you just clean the outer area. I'm like, oh my god, can you imagine, this person stepped on me, that person stepped on me, and then you clean the outer part of your shoes and you dry them, forgetting that you did sweat inside your shoe, or some of the sweat that you sweat from your legs or from your head dripped down to your shoes. Now you do that with 1, you do that with 2, you do that with 3. And then your shoes now become moist. One particular day, you just put your feet into your shoes and then you discover that your shoe is smelling. Why? Because the moist environment, the moist area that you created inside your shoe, or you created on your foam, or you created inside your wig, or you created underneath your arm, underneath the armpit side of your shirt has become a very convenient, suitable and beautiful area for bacteria to thrive. Sounds scary, yeah? Yeah, if you sometimes can take some of these properties that we leave for a long period of time without sun drying under the microscope, you see colonies. I'm not using one colony, I'm seeing colonies of bacteria that form on some of those properties, and now those bacteria begin to cause you bad harm. They begin to cause you things like maybe smelly feet, itchy feet, or you begin to develop boils on your feet or on your hair or on your body if it's coming from your mattress. So you see, things like this are very, very technical. You can just see something on your body. I'm like, where did this come from? I'm a very neat person. I clean my stuff, I wash my stuff. Okay, fine. Even if you wash your stuff, did you dry it properly, or you just felt okay, you dried? Are you sure it was dry? Did you leave it under the sun for the sun to heat it, for the sun to kill off those bacteria? No, you brought it inside because you're in a haze, because you don't want rain to heat it, and now you're suffering for it. And then you're like, I mean, this person, where did this come from? Check it. When last did you sun dry any of your properties that you know that you can sun dry? When last did you do that? Do you get my point? You get my drift? Huh? Allow sun drying or air drying take the place of washing. We all know that when something is dirty, you have to wash it. Don't depend on, oh, I'm drying this thing, it's dry, there's no stain on it, it doesn't look dirty. Please put that thing in the bucket and wash. If you cannot afford the washing machine, there are places now that maybe every weekend you take your clothes in a very cute fancy bag or basket, and then you take it there, you wash your clothes, and then you bring it back to dry. I don't know how that works, because I had never patronized stuff like that, but I think it's cool. Maybe I will if I see somewhere too where I live. But I think it's cool where every Saturday you can just fold up your dirty stuff, your things that need laundry, and then you take them and then you launder your dresses, your shoes, your underwear. Yes, I think some people even go as far as laundering their underwear too. You come back home and you properly sun dry it. Please do not wear your shirt for 2 weeks, 1 week, 5 days, and then you're like, I'm drying it under the sun, I'm drying it under the sun. Drying what under the sun? Please put that thing in the bucket and wash it. Wash it properly with detergent and soap, and if possible, sprinkle your antiseptic in it. This is the corona era. This is corona. Number 2, do not allow body spray and perfume take the space of roll-on or Sure in your life. It can never do that. It will never do that. We both know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. You can decide to go for those heavy duty perfumes, those rosemary smell, those what's other flavor or what other scents, those rosemary, those whatever, I forgot. Those rosemary scents of perfume, or your body spray. You might be using smart collections of body spray, but what about your armpit? Those aren't going to take care of your armpit. No, they won't. They won't. Your armpit needs to dry out. So what are you using to dry out your armpit? Huh? I see people in the grocery store, they pick up this, they pick up that, and then they forget that, oh, I'm supposed to use a roll-on, or I'm supposed to use a Sure. Because your armpit needs to dry out. Wet armpit or moist armpit give rise for bacterial activities in your body. For bad bacteria activities in your body, you begin to develop funny, foul smell, body odor from your body, simply because why? You're not taking care of your armpit. Fine, your body odor might, your deodorant might, press down the odor that your armpit will bring out, but for how long? Someone will pass you the first time, I'm like, oh my god, that perfume is nice. Second person passes it by, I'm like, I don't understand. Is the person smelling nice, or the person is trying to smell, it's sweat and perfume? I don't know how to place my finger on it. We'll have encountered people like that. I'm sure we walked past people like that, and maybe in the alley, in the elevator, anywhere. We know, you know what I am talking about. So please do not allow body spray or deodorant take the place of Sure. You need a Sure. The purpose of Sure or roll-on is to help your armpit dry out, so your shirt, so underneath your shirt is not wet. I mean, you cannot be working in an organization or a firm, and then maybe you're lifting up your hand to demonstrate, or you're lifting up your hand to present a presentation. You have to point somewhere, and then your hand goes up, and then here is brown. or it's wet. It's a major turn off for people. For me, it is. It's really a big major turn off for people. Get yourself a roll-on or a deodorant. It helps with drying out your armpit, so you prevent cases like that, because constant, dripping sweat from your armpit ruins your shirt, ruins your dress, ruins your polo, ruins your turtleneck, ruins your gowns. It ruins a lot of things, and then it is one of the major contributors to body odor. We know that already. So yeah, please do not allow deodorant or perfume take this space or take the place of your roll-on or simple life-saving hat trick that works for me. If you're someone that constantly has a moist armpit, no matter what you use, no matter how you clean it out, no matter no matter the organic or whatever process that you've tried, if it's not working, I'm going to share a simple hat trick that has worked for me. Now, what you do for any brand of Shore or any brand of roll-on that you use, try as much as possible to get the for women of it. The for women of it. Why? Because most of these brands, the for women of those shawls or those roll-on dry out the armpit quickly than that of the for men. So I hope that this particular trick that I have just shared will help you. So, and then try not to forget, don't forget that deodorant and perfumes cannot take that space. Or is it deodorant? Deodorant is not the word though, is body spray. I think deodorant is the Shore, is the other name for Shore. I'll be, God, I'm confused. But you know what I'm saying, you know that. You understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that the body spray, your body spray, and your perfume cannot take the place of your roll-on and your Shore or your deodorant. Your jewelries, won't you clean them? I've seen people just, take out the jewelries and just keep it, take out the jewelries and just keep it. Your jewelries should be cleaned out. They need to be cleaned out, right? Because most of these jewelries sit on our skin, they sit on our body for sometimes a whole day, sometimes a day, and sometimes weeks. If you're for someone that have this particular signature necklace or ring or bracelet that they don't take off, once in a while take off those jewelries and clean them out. If you're cleaning them, most of the time I recommend cotton wool in your antiseptic, in just a drop of antiseptic to clean them out, and then if your jewelry is that pricey, is that good enough quality, you know that you can actually clean out some of these jewelries in hot water. Yeah, you boil them in hot water and then you brush them out. If your jewelry is that kind of jewelry, just read about your kind of jewelry, how you can clean them and clean them out. Why? Because some of these debris, some of this skin dirt and skin debris latch onto this jewelry that we use. You take off the jewelry, you shower, you did not clean your jewelry, you put it back on your hand. Now your dirt for the day starts from your jewelry, it starts from your wristwatch, it starts from your earrings. Why? Because you did not clean it out. And then over time, you begin to have reactions on those particular parts of your skin where that jewelry can be found. And then you're confused. Oh, say, why? Where did I dip my hand into? What did I really do? Auntie, uncle, brother, sister, mommy, daddy. It is that jewelry that you haven't cleaned in ages. It is that jewelry that you haven't cleaned in 2 years. It is that jewelry that you haven't cleaned in 3 months. Take it out and clean it. Okay, now moving on, your piercings. If you're someone like me that has multiple piercings, I have just 2 on each ear. From time to time, learn to take out these jewelry and clean your pierce holes, your piercing point. Clean them out. What I do is I soak cotton wool or wipe in a bit of antiseptic and I clean my ear thoroughly. Sometimes not just the pierce point, my entire ear thoroughly, and I clean the jewelries too. Or I just talked about that previously. I clean it out, whatever point of piercing. Of course, you cannot use antiseptic to clean out your smiley piercings, for those of us that have smiley piercings, or your tongue piercing. I think you can use antiseptic to clean out your navel and your dermal piercing, I think so, or there's a particular chemical for that. So try as much as possible to clean out your piercings, because dirt there, allowing your piercings to be that way for a long time, begins to accumulate dirt, and those dirt breeds infection. You will just discover that, oh my god, I thought this piercing had healed. How come it's looking infected? How come it gets infected? That's because you did not clean it out in a while. That's because you don't take out the jewelry from those piercings to clean it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? You get my drift? You get me? Note of parts of your body that you often neglect while showering. Now, those parts of your body include behind your ears, your earlobes, your nose lines, your neck. A lot of people, trust me, just to shower, and people forget to wash their neck properly. That's why sometimes you have people's neck darker than their face. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen people who have really dark neck. Sometimes it's just dirt. You just take your time, dedicate your time to cleaning out your neck, under your feet, in between your laps, in between your laps, and in between the joints between your thighs and your legs, behind it, that place, that space behind your leg. You know what I'm saying? That place between your thigh, the joint between your thighs and your legs, behind it. Learn to clean it out, because those spaces, those little spaces, over time begin to accumulate dirt, and then they begin to send out some foul odors. They are also constituents to body odor. Clean them out. Don't be in a rush to shower. Take your time, use a sponge and clean up those places. I'm going to be listing things that you should avoid using, or if you're using, avoid using them excessively. First of all, I'll start with bleaching cream. Avoid using bleaching cream. Dead it. Dead the habit of wanting to bleach your skin. Dead the habit of wanting to get rid of your melanin layer. Dead the idea of wanting to look really white if you are not using it dermatologically approved. That's the word, dermatologically approved. Is that even a word? That's what I'm trying to say. Avoid using bleaching cream. Why? Because bleaching cream kills off the good bacteria on your body. Now, I read a bit of biology, so I'll be able to tell you how far my knowledge is. There, in every human body system, there's the good bacteria and there's the bad bacteria. Now, these good bacteria are found everywhere. You have good bacteria in your mouth, you have good bacteria for your skin, you have good bacteria for your ears, you have good bacteria for your intestine. There are good and bad bacteria. Now, what bleaching cream does is that it kills off those good bacteria. Now, killing off those good bacteria, your skin can no longer, do what it used to, depending on the role of the bacteria on your skin, depending on the role of the bacteria that has been killed off on your skin. Now, your skin cannot cope up. Your skin cannot, that bacteria will take time before it can be found again on your skin. Within that period of taking time, your skin begins to, depreciate in effectiveness of performing its duty. Do you get what I'm saying? You begin to have body odor, you begin to have foul smell, and then the smell that comes from using bleaching cream is bad. Really, 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 really bad. If you go to the general hospital, most of the time, for every time that you visit the general hospital, you will find at least 1 or 2 people with that problem. Now, the thing is, they will not know, they may not know from the beginning stages that this is what their problem is, until it gets too far and gets too critical, where sometimes surgery is involved or some drastic measures has to be taken. Please avoid using bleaching cream. If you have skin issues, there are ways you can deal with your skin issues now without resorting to bleaching cream. I did a video about something like that. And I'll drop the link. It's here or there, one of those places. I'll drop it there, or I'll drop it at the end card so you can check it out. Now is not the time where you go to a shelf and then you just pick up a particular product that you're supposed to apply directly to your skin and just use without reading about it first. That's why we have Google. I feel like people do not know the use of Google, and that's a big shame. Google has saved a lot of lives. If you pick up a soap or you pick up a product and you're about to use, find it, search the name on Google, you'll see at least 2 materials on that product, and then you'll be able to see the feedback, and you'll be able to see what people are saying about that product. Yes. The second thing you should avoid using is a lot of antiseptics. Why? Because, okay, fine, if you're using antiseptics into your hot water or into your cold water to shower, over time the antiseptic kills off the bad bacteria, and then if you no longer have bad bacteria, of course the antiseptic will still do something. It will still do something in your body. It will start killing off the good bacteria, and I've already explained some of these duties of the good bacteria in the previous point I just made. So avoid using antiseptic directly on your skin for a long period of time. Ways you can indirectly use antiseptic: you can use them to clean surfaces, you can use them to wash out your underwear, yes, you can use them to wash your clothes too. This is the COVID era. Nothing is too drastic, nothing is too much when it comes to ensuring your safety, but please limit the way you use antiseptics directly on your skin. That there's something that we call period and menstrual cycle, or periodic cycle. When such time arrives or when such time comes, I always advise that you use sanitary towels that have this metallic feeling to them when you wear them. Why? Because they are much more effective than those that do not have it. I don't know what special ingredient or what special product they add to the regular product or ingredient that they use to make sanitary towels, but that metallic feeling helps to lock in the odor, lock in the moisture, and then keeps you comfortable for a very long period of time. I am talking out of experience, and I'm sure a lot of ladies too know this. Find a way to read about it, ask questions before your next menstrual cycle. Take a trip to the market, or make use of Twitter, you make use of your social media pages and ask questions. There will be people like me who will be willing to answer your questions. Ask for sanitary towels that help lock in odor and moisture and keeps you comfortable for a long period of time. And like it or not, most of these products that does have that metallic feeling, they are usually heavy duty sanitary towels. When I mean heavy duty sanitary towels, they can take in a lot of heavy flow for a long period of time without making you feel uncomfortable, and without making you feel like, oh my god, I'm actually wearing something. When it comes down to your underwear, both guys and both ladies, do not wear your underwear at a stretch. If you're going to wear one underwear, if you're wearing it Monday, Tuesday, find another one to wear Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You should have at least 2 pairs of an inner wear for you to be able to achieve this. You can wear Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, then you wash the one you used on Monday, Tuesday and dry. I've seen people who own a lot of black bras, but they wear it for a long period of time. By the time you sweat, now let me let you know how you know that your bra is dirty, even if it's not showing, or it's time for you to wash your bra. By the time you put on your bra, and then maybe after a while in the afternoon you start sweating, and then your nipple area begins to itch you, just know that it's time for you to fling that bra into the washing machine or into your bucket for you to wash and sun dry properly. That is a very, very quick way to just know, in case it keeps looking deceiving to you, that it's clean now, it's not looking, there's no stain anywhere. By the time you put on your bra and then your nipple area begins to itch you, or any part of the bra begins to itch you, just know that it's time to fling that bra into the bucket. Please do not wear your bra at a stretch. Do not wear it for 1 week at a stretch. Don't wear your underwear for 1 week at a stretch. Don't wear your tights, your skin tight for 1 week at a stretch. Reason because, most especially for the tight, reason because when walking, especially for ladies who are thick, you're walking, there's friction in between your legs. You tend to sweat a lot around that area. Now your tights fine, or your skin tight fine, will absorb moisture for that particular time. It will absorb moisture the first day, absorb the second day. It may even go as far as absorbing the third day. Now you're taking it out and you're wearing. The moisture from the first day may not have dried out, and then it's beginning to create an environment for bacteria to begin to form. The second day comes, add a bit of moisture, stimulate the environment. The third day, you're almost having a full-grown colony on your thighs. Now you begin to walk and your thighs begin to itch you, or your thighs begin to turn. I don't know, there are different symptoms for stuff like that, but your thighs begin to itch you. You're no longer comfortable. You have to, God, you know what I'm talking about. Learn to throw your thighs in the bucket, your skin tight in the bucket, and wash it. Hey girl, hey guy, it's okay to actually sleep naked. Ooh, it's okay to actually sleep naked. Like, let your body breathe. You're going out a whole day, you're inside your bra, you're inside your tights, you're inside your gown, you're inside your suits a whole day, even if you're under AC. Now, what about your body organs? What about your skin itself underneath that dress? It needs air. Obviously, you cannot sun dry yourself every weekend, so the best thing you can do is, after you have your night shower, you come, you lie down, and then you let that breeze touch you and stimulate your skin, and just dry out your skin for you. It's okay to let your organs breathe. It's okay to let your skin breathe. It's okay to sleep the same way you came into the world. Make it a habit from time to time to time. I see people be like, okay, I have pajamas. Now, how is your pajamas like? I've seen pajamas that are so thick. Like, what is the essence of it being a pajama? It's supposed to be light enough to allow breeze enter into your body, or to allow you to be comfortable in your sleep. But some pajamas these days are so heavy duty, it almost feels like you're wearing a trouser and a polo, and then you want to sleep in this heat. Please, if you cannot get a pajamas that work for you, a pajamas that is light, try as much as possible to sleep the same way God created you. So in the end, you don't wake up, or your skin pores are not all right. You don't just feel all right. You feel constricted. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping the same way God created you helps to have your pores aerated, super feeling all right. That's what I'm trying to say. Super feeling all right. Aunties, sisters, mothers, try as much as possible to take care of your natural hair underneath your wig. If you are the wig type, try as much as possible to take care of your natural hair underneath your wig. Why? Because if your natural hair is not well kept underneath your wig may not be clean. No matter how much you sun dry it, no matter how much money you spend in cleaning or revamping or washing your wig. Nope. Your natural hair has to be in order. Your natural hair has to be clean. Take out time to moisturize your hair. Take out time to wash your hair once a week, once in 2 weeks. Take out time to make neat cornrows, so should in case something happen, like a heavy duty breeze while you're on the bike, you're in the train, or you're at the airport and someone has to take off your wig, or you're being asked to take off your wig so they can search you, we don't have story for the gods sipping and they're like, oh my god, look at that fine girl. Do you see the hair that was under her wig? God forbid, it shall not be my portion, it shall not be your portion, in Jesus' mighty name, amen. But first, you must learn how to keep the hair underneath your wig properly clean, moisturized, and neat. Please, endeavor to get a sponge to shower. shower with a sponge. Get a sponge. I'm not saying you should get iron sponge, but please get a sponge that you use to shower. I've seen people who be like, no, they don't shower with sponge, they just rub the soap on their body, leave it for a while, and then they shower, they wash it up. Okay, what if you work at a construction site, or what if you are exposed to dust all day? Fine, running water will not really take out those dirt from your skin. What if they are clogged on your pores? What if? And then what if you don't actually have a scrub to help you scrub that out? You're solely dependent on your sponge, and then you don't even have a sponge. You shower, then it's as if you've not showered. Your pores are not properly open and irritated. You begin to develop skin issues. Why? Because you're not using a sponge to shower. Please get yourself a sponge. If you don't know where to get good sponge, or a kind of sponge that will be good for your skin, ask a lot of organic product makers, I mean skincare vendors, that's the word. They have these tools, they have this material. Just ask. I know a couple who even have some for sale, or some that actually include it for you with every package that you get. Yes, so please, it's very important and vital that you have a sponge. Okay, shower with a sponge. Do not be deceived. Shower with a sponge. Another hygienic tip that helps me is when stepping out of your house, you're going somewhere far, somewhere not too far, whatever you do, make sure that you have wipe, or you have a towel, mostly to clean out sweat, to take out dirt from your hands or something. And then when going out too, make sure that your hand sanitizer and an extra pair of mask is in your bag. These are simple hygienic times. This is a corona era, so we do things differently now, and things are supposed to be done differently now. So yes, when you're stepping out, don't forget to take your towel, don't forget to have your wipes, don't forget to have your hand sanitizer. Very important. And don't forget to have an extra pair of masks, just in case something happens, your mask drop on the ground, or something happens, you misplace it, or you drop it on an unclean surface. We don't want you breathing that back into your nose, right? No, we don't want you doing that. We don't want you doing that. So please don't forget those particular set of items in your bag for every time that you step out. I hope that these few simple hygienic tips that I have mentioned and I have shared you found them enjoyable and you found them useful. If you're practicing some of these tips or all of these tips, then great, I'm really happy for you. And if not, please learn to adapt some of it, try to adapt some of it that will help you in your personal hygiene journey. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video.